I first heard about Safe Park through Pat Cohen, and also from Council Member Mike Bonin. So I'd love for Mike to say a few words, and then we're going to lead into our next panel.
Thank you, Susie. I want to thank Susie for putting this together and convening so many smart and committed people. There's already some movement on these issues tonight because of the people that she's put together, just some of the conversations that happened prior to the panels tonight. Susie asked me to say a few words about solutions, and there are so many important solutions that we've heard from Lloyd and that we'll hear in the next two panels. A lot of what's been talked about here tonight we can and we will do. The safe parking program, we have asked at the City of Los Angeles for our staff to begin figuring out how we can do that and model it up here. I'm very disappointed to hear that they have not yet engaged with the folks from Santa Barbara, and they are going to be, because it can work. I've been up there. I saw it 5 years ago. It's a phenomenal program, and we can make it work here in Los Angeles. You're going to hear a little bit later tonight about Lava Mae, the successful program in San Francisco to bring showers and toilets to people who are still forced to live on the streets. That can happen here, and it will happen here. I have already gotten the commitment from LA Metro and from LA DOT that Metro and the city can provide the buses. I am very confident that we can get LADWP, with David and Gil's help, we can persuade them to provide the water hookups. That was the government commitment in San Francisco, and if we can get an operator here, a nonprofit operator, or if Lava Mae wants to come down here, we will make it happen here. Thank you. But there's a couple other really important solutions. The county is doing a phenomenal job, and a couple members of Sheila Kuehl's staff are here tonight. We should acknowledge them because Sheila's been great on helping us on homelessness. The county has a tremendous program that the city needs to buy into or duplicate. It's the flexible housing subsidy pool. What the county did was they realized that they were spending tremendous amounts of money in health care for people who were homeless and constantly were using medical clinics. And so they decided to channel some of their general fund money from the Department of Health Services into this program, which is run by Brilliant Corners in partnership with willing landlords, that sets aside units and takes people who are frequent users of Department of Health Services clinics and puts them to the front of the line and gives them housing right away. That's a program that many in Los Angeles City aren't allowed to participate in because they don't live in a neighborhood, like in Venice, that is close enough to a DHS clinic or urgent care system to get into it. I think we need to figure out a way for the City of Los Angeles to have our paramedics or our local hospitals be portals into that program so that we can take the folks most chronically homeless, most in need of medical services, the ones who wind up calling our 911 system constantly into housing right away. It's a great program that the county has been doing, and we need to build on it, countywide. Final thing is, Gil talked about how we're going to be working to declare a state of emergency in Los Angeles. It's important that that motion that he and I are working on actually have teeth. There's a number of things that we can do. We can take affordable housing projects in Los Angeles and put them to the front of the line. So the luxury condos have to wait until we've done the affordable housing projects. But we've got to realize that even if we quadruple the amount of money we're spending and work 10 times as fast as we are, we're still going to have 10 or 20,000 people on the street for the next couple years. And we need to acknowledge that, and we need to figure out how to deal with that. And one thing that our emergency shelter program, our emergency declaration can do is give churches, give synagogues, give service providers the opportunity to open up their own shelters or their own self-parking programs in the meantime. Leo Beck Temple is here, and they want to do a safe parking program. But they shouldn't have to worry that their conditional use permit will be challenged by someone who opposes that program. We need to make it safe for them to do that. And at the state level, just a couple ideas for my state legislative colleagues. Right now, we have a lot of density bonus units being built in the city of Los Angeles under SB 1818. So many of those could be used for the coordinated entry system, to take folks who are in the pipeline looking for housing from any of our service agencies. If the state gave us the ability to require that density bonus units be used for homeless housing, that would give us so much more of an ability, so much more muscle to make things happen in Los Angeles. The second thing the state could do to help us is, and I know there's a lot of our allies here who are in favor of it, is revive Speaker Atkins' bill from a couple years ago to make it very clear that we can do inclusionary zoning at the City of Los Angeles. Those are all wonderful things. There's more great ideas to come tonight, and I'm looking forward to hearing them and figuring out how we can partner together to make them happen. Thank you, Susie.